welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So. Yeah, I don't know. Here goes. Let's just get started. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is time to take your power back. Oh my God, I do know. So first off, rewind. I have a whole bunch of different workshops available for you. If you would like to learn about energy work, if you would like to learn about cords, if you would like to learn about how to undo and prevent the negative effects of black magic on you and your life, I have workshops for those things. I also have a whole being workshop, whole being wellness workshop, where I teach you all of the yummy information I know about absolutely transforming your entire existence, physical, emotional, all of that. So something new, I will be going live tomorrow. I don't know where I put it. Hot diggity dangity. Hold on. Or paintings. I'm going to be doing aura paintings tomorrow here on YouTube. If you would like to get an aura painting done for yourself, here's the link. I just commented it. In addition to that, one final other thing, I do have. Okay, biznatch. Hold on. I just, you know what? I'm going to just leave it as it is. So I do have finally the Abundance Amplifier event. This is a private meditative experience. You have two options. It's going to be coming up on the 19th before the second 222 portal. Those two portals, the one on the 2nd and the one on the 22nd, they're powerful this month. This is like basically it's like the hinge. These two events are the two hinges on the door that has been kept shut for all of these different opportunities that you want to have, things that you want to manifest, all of that good stuff. This is the month to do it. Okay. The next major portal would probably be in August. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really big on portals. I'm not. The only time I really go and do fire ceremonies is when my arm is twisted to do them. I'm not joking. It has to be something major for me to agree to do it. Y'all, this mama is busy. So, I'm going to be doing another fire portal event, and then I got to take a break. My lungs need the break. Your girl is sensitive. I'm sensitive. 333, love it. Okay, let's get started. Going back, I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is it's time to take your power back. So take it back. Just take it back. I mean, for me personally, I feel like the solutions to life's problems are just so ridiculously easy. It's not hard to find a solution. What's hard is to find the courage to implement that solution. That's what people typically struggle with, the implementation of that solution. I think a lot of that struggle has to do with, waiting for someone to give you permission. Too many of us wait for others to validate, verify, give permission, back you up, all of those different things. I'm over here like, hey, if I got to do something, I got to do something. And that's just that. I'm serious. That's why when I need to get things done, it gets done, because guess what? If I got to do something, I got to do something. If you're on board, you're on board. If you're not, oh, oh, well, find me a different solution and maybe I won't do this. Right? All right. So let me get these cards ready. Ooh, man. I'm not even going to look at the bottom of the deck or the middle of the deck. I'm just, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, there you go. Because I feel like Mikahelia over here. That's your new name. Mikahelia. Mikahelia and Marhelene. These two. Okay. I'm talking about the two of you. I said what I said. I said what I said. Okay, so there goes. There goes. There goes the sun. Do 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 do. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. I promise my squirrel brain is my attention keeps being drawn to my phone for some reason. I don't know. Is one of you planning to reach out? You go right ahead. I don't know that I'll answer. I'll be honest. I might not. I have most of my notifications turned off. I do. That's how I cultivate peace in my life. Most of my notifications are turned off and my phone is typically on silent. Good luck finding me if you lose me in the store. Okay, we're ready. You guys ready? Am I waiting for a funny message? I don't know. People got jokes. People got jokes. Hi, Kathy. Okay. Let's for real begin. You guys ready? What's ENG? Is that like one of my siblings? What's ENG? You sent a message to ENG? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. All right, here. So there's been something going on, right? Your manifestation has been placed in an incubatory state. I'm wondering if you took some sour advice, right? Something that maybe okay. So let me just rewind this. For the soul sometimes will have you do something, will encourage you or command you to do something that you think you have all this time to do it, but in reality you don't. So what ends up happening is holy shit, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay, so what ends up happening is that you think you have all of this time, but in reality you don't. In reality, what's happening is your soul is telling you to do something because it's time for you to do something, and then you're not doing it. And so what is it? What happens? You lose that opportunity. You have to wait until that opportunity circles back around. And if you're going to do the same thing where you're going to wait until this whatever it is, you're really not going to be happy about how this goes down. You have to do what your soul asks you to do when it asks you to do it. If not, then you're going to have a hard time. You're going to lose these opportunities. You're not going to be able to have the opportunities that you should be having. Hold on really quick, guys. I'm so sorry. I did something wrong with one of my thingamabobbers, which I'm not surprised. Okay. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, you guys, why am I like this? Discard that. Discard that. Um it's not that. It's this. Save that. And then do this and that. Okay, now it's good. It's good to go. So, okay, you missed the opportunity. The guidance went sour. So the manifestation went upside down and it got placed back in a state of incubation. That's not a bad thing. That doesn't necessarily mean you've completely lost your entire opportunity. Um, but you should definitely use this as a learning opportunity where you allow yourself to realize, like, okay, I can't be messing around. If I really want to be able to experience the things that I want, I have to make it a priority. I have to put effort into it. Security. So with this, you have to make sure that you're not just blindly listening to whoever. You have to secure your space. Oftentimes, we allow people to have too much space, too much real estate inside our heads. Okay. Um, whose words have gotten into your head and have really affected the way you're seeing things? Is there someone who said something at some point and it's caused you to see things in a very skewed manner? Um, remember, this is what I've had to learn over and over and over. Not everyone has the type of integrity that you assume they have, right? Some people fake it really, really well. I saw this video, I think it was early this morning. This girl was talking about the beauty community on social media and how, so many of these beauty content creators, they make a very good living. They make a very, very good living taking taking sponsorships. And the reason they get paid so much is because they're willing to lie and use filters to promote products that are subpar. And you'd never know. There was one that was very recent regarding mascara. The girl, like, honey, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up that you would, manipulate people who have trusted you, because this content creator does makeup, and she's found her niche by, playing the role of authentic, and you know it grinds my gears when people do that. You don't know someone's integrity until you see something, something that puts a spotlight on them, right? I've had spotlights placed on me many times over the years. What the fuck you gonna find? Nothing but my attitude and my integrity. Go ahead. Put a spotlight on my ass, the left and the right cheek. I don't care. There's nothing to hide. I don't run schemes. That's why I don't take sponsorships. There's nothing wrong with sponsorships, but I don't take sponsorships because of the fact that I'm not going to lie for you. I mean, I would hate for you to pay me this money and be like, oh, this product is shit. His product sucks. you know, to date, I've only been an affiliate for one company, and I approached them. They didn't approach me. I approached them, and that CBD company is no longer around though. But yeah, no, I approached them because I tried their product and it was phenomenal results. Phenomenal results, right? So that's the thing, is that you have to secure your space and your thoughts. You're taking in the opinions of someone who maybe doesn't take into consideration what it is you need. Maybe they just like to hear themselves speak. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Maybe part of taking your power back is thinking for yourself, because not enough of us think for ourselves. Too many of us go from one guru to another guru to another guru. It's not uncommon for someone who was very devoutly religious, and I'm part of this group, okay? It's not uncommon for someone who is devoutly religious to come to some realization and think they've liberated themselves because now, instead of being religious, they're spiritual and listening to their guru. Someone telling you what to do is still someone telling you what to do, how to think, how to live. When you begin making decisions for yourself, then you actually are on the path to true liberation, right? Um, like what I try and strive for in our community is for you to think for yourself. For me to, have the honor of being able to speak freely with you and for you to consider the things that I say, that's an honor. That's very humbling. Now, for me to expect you to take it in and agree with me because I said so, that's nonsensical. that's that's just downright stupid. Like, no. No. No, no. Nay, nay. Um, so that's part of what you have to do. Another thing is that you have to speak up. You have to speak out. There's something that you're holding very, very close to your chest, to your heart. Um, Whatever it is, it's so heavy on you that it's like your heartbeat is irregular. It feels like you have anxiety. I don't know. I think I might be feeling someone with anxiety. Am I giving you anxiety? I know I'm intense. I'm intense. I know. I can't tone it down. I'm just intense. I'm either joking around or I'm intense. So take your pick. My calibrator broke. It's either I'm going to be joking around, still about a serious topic, or it's going to be delivered extremely intense. And I know you probably have anxiety because I'm shining a light on something you don't want to see, because something I'm saying is triggering your awareness of thoughts or emotions that are living inside of you that you want to ignore. Ignoring things is a surefire way to make it worse. I don't know if you know that. I had to learn that several times. I had to learn that several times. Ignoring is a surefire way to make things worse. If you find the courage to address it head on, then what ends up happening is it doesn't become worse because you're addressing it. Right? Right. So I think it was like a year or so ago, I had a filling that failed. And I refused to go to the dentist because I have all these allergies and they never believe me and they think I'm full of shit and they've almost killed me several times. Several times. I have no trust. You gotta, I have to be put under general anesthesia. You can't use any canes on me. I'll go into anaphylactic shock. And so I waited and waited and waited until finally I had a massive tooth infection that was like going into my cranial space. And I still was like, I can take it. I can take the pain. It was massive pain. And I was faking it so well on the live streams. Most people had no idea. Until finally the infection entered my heart. I went into an irregular heart rhythm. I went tachycardic. How do I know this? I have a home EKG reader. And then I went. And then I went. And if I had just addressed that months prior, I would have never felt that pain. I was fucked up. Most people don't know. Yeah, I could barely sit up straight for the length of the live stream. That would zap me for the whole day. That was weeks I was going through that. I actually injured my heart, my physical heart. Yeah. Some things, and I knew, you guys, I knew. I was like, I need the hardcore shit for this. I needed mega dosing of actual prescription antibiotics. I did, but I ignored it. I was like, if we take some oils. You guys, it was so bad. If I had just faced it head on, I would have never gotten that way. So that's the thing, though. That I mean, at what point do you learn? You personally. For me, I have to come close to dying or organ damage. And then I'm like, okay, God, I was just kidding. I'll go. Not even joking. I have to reach reversible. It still has to be reversible. We don't want irreversible. That's not cute. So if you're hard-headed like me, because I'm stubborn on a whole nother level, I can tell when my body's gonna fail. I can tell when my body's gonna fail, and then I take it to the edge. When I got so weak that I couldn't stand, and then you probably couldn't see it, but I had all these pillows to keep my body up while I was live streaming. It was like, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. My heart's pounding in my ears anytime I have to get up to go pee. I think we might keel over with this one. Yeah, you know? And yeah, no, I laugh about it, but it was pretty serious. I probably should have went to the ER, but I didn't want to because I knew they would I knew they would admit me. I could feel the infection in my pericardium. I could feel it. I'm a medical intuitive. If I can scan you, I can scan me. And so I did. I scanned me finally, right? So the instability that we experience is because we continue to go through these cycles willingly. We continue to allow ourselves to go through these cycles because I don't know. I don't know. Do you like the pain? Do you like Are you masochistic? I have masochistic tendencies. Depends. I think for quite a few different empaths, you have a masochistic tendency. You like to punish yourself. I don't know why we do that. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the ways in which we like to blame ourselves for all sorts of different things that really we don't even need to use blame for. When you continue to exist in that space of blame, what ends up happening is there needs to be someone who gets punished for the wrong, and it tends to be you who gets punished. So you really should stop. You really should stop that. You know what I'm saying? You need to let it end. You need to lay it to rest. And you need to let that cycle go, let it end, allow yourself to carry forward in a new cycle. And the awakening in reverse, this is telling me that maybe you're not even aware of the things that you're doing to yourself, the ways in which you are a saboteur. All these accusatory words. Just knock it off. That's all you got to do. And I feel like a hypocrite because I can't knock it off most days. I can't knock it off most days. Most days I still go through the same cycles. I've gotten good at mitigating, but I haven't made as much progress as I would like with full on cessation. That would be amazing if I could just knock that shit off. You guys. Like, why do we not listen to our intuition? Why do we not listen to our intuition? So at one point, I had to meet a member of my team in this area. It was like it wasn't a predetermined area. None of us were familiar with the environment, and it's late at night. Well, it's not super late, but it's dark. And as we're driving through, I'm like, what is this place? It's so scary. I told my husband that. I was like, it's scary. Why are we here? I don't want to be here. Like, don't get out of the car, because it felt like a sundown town. I legit, I said to him, because my husband's hella brown. He's super brown. I love it. But yeah, I was like, dude, we are not the right shade of, we are the wrong color being here. And I don't think I've ever felt, well, no, I did one time in Alabama. We were driving through a spot in Alabama, and I was like, I don't think we should be here. I feel very uncomfortable. I'm used to people staring at me, is no problem. It's when I start feeling the thoughts of hatred because I'm the wrong shade and my eyes are the wrong shape that I'm kind of like, maybe we shouldn't be here. And there was that same type of feeling. Well, here's the thing though. We were looking at properties in this one area, and I knew that I had like been there before. And it didn't click to me. Mhm. It was over in Mobile. I was like, Mobile, no, don't be this way. It was Walmart. Like, yo, we all poor here. What the fuck does it matter what color? We're all poor people in Walmart. No, that shit was like for real. That was years ago though. That did not feel funny to me. I was just like, we better hurry the fuck up and get out of here. Because it felt like the longer we were there, and our kids were with us, the longer we were there, the more likely some bad shit would happen. Not because the entire place is bad, but because there are some bad apples in the area. So I want to make that clear. It's not the whole place that's bad. When there's bad apples in the area and they have the bravery, that's not okay. Don't bother being there. But we're looking at this property, and again, it had that same feel. I was like, I didn't like it. And I kept insisting. I was like, ooh, it's out in the wilderness. It's so peaceful here, so quiet. And then we pulled up to this other property, a super cute property. We didn't even go in because across the street is the neighbor. And their sign, they took the time to have this printed, professionally printed. It's huge. And it says, if you're interested in occupying the property you're looking at and you have barking dogs, be advised now that I'm not the neighbor you want to live next to. Bitch, I will throw my dog at you. I will throw her emo ass at you. I told my husband, let's get the fuck out of here. I'm over this. Just reading that, I'm good. It was like a construction sign printed on a huge rectangular construction. Like, I don't have a barking dog issue. I don't. Like, how often do you hear Jojo bark? But the fact that you would put the time and the effort and the money into printing this professional sign, my mute ass emo dog will shit on your lawn. I was like, let's get the fuck out of here, because that's an invitation for the asshole inside me to come out. The asshole in me is going to come the fuck out of me. You will catch me peeing on your lawn. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. My dog would. Yeah, that's said, be advised now that I'm not the neighbor you want to live. I don't think anyone wants to live next to you. It's the ugliest fucking feeling When we don't listen to the guidance, which my soul was already telling me, and then the the real estate office was not being as responsive as we needed to be in order to unlock the door. I was just like, you know, it's not, I don't think we're supposed to be here. Besides, it felt like skinwalker country. I'm not scared of skinwalkers. I wish a motherfucker would. They're scared of me. Okay. When you enter into that space where you're challenging, you're asking your soul to challenge you because you can't just accept things at face value. You know what happens? You enter into an upside down shadow. And what you're going to learn into that upside down shadow self, you're not going to be thankful because it's going to be something really, really intense. In addition to that, transformation in reverse. Why are you not allowing yourself to enter into an expanded awareness of what your journey is about in this moment? These are all the ways that we are giving our power away, right? These are all the ways in which we are intentionally, subconsciously, who knows, allowing ourselves to be depleted to the degree that we cannot function in the way we're designed to function. Because I'm kind of like, bitch, you got a problem with barking dogs? Okay, I got a problem with barking dogs too, but I'm not an asshole about it. I'm kind of just like, sedate the dog. Okay, I'm kind of like, why are you just letting your dog yell? I would not yet let my child stand outside and just yell. Your dog is distressed. Bring it inside, soothe it. But here's the thing, when you allow yourself to be a mirror of that ugliness, you again are giving your power away. You are giving so much of yourself away to so many people without even realizing what you're giving. Oftentimes, like, I am rarely reactive when we are out and about. My husband is highly reactive. He's a Gemini and he's highly reactive. You change lanes in a way he doesn't like, he's been out of shape. I'm just like, who cares? You still got to share the road. Who cares? Who cares? Don't let it irritate you. You give your power away. When you do that, you give so much of you away. Take it back by taking your triggers and putting them somewhere where they can't be reached. Those triggers will bring parts of you out that are important. Okay? It's not to say that you should never have these emotions, that you should never this, you should never that. You can't live in absolutes. But it is to say that if your trigger is out like a fucking doorbell on a sidewalk, people are going to touch that. People are going to touch that. Why would you put your doorbell out on the ground, on the sidewalk in a high traffic area, thinking no one should be touching that? That's obnoxious. That is an obnoxious, unrealistic expectation. Well, no, it wasn't in Alabama. It was not in Alabama. I was in Bama years ago. Yeah, I know that. No, I've learned that there are certain states that I'm not compatible with. Um, from the eastern part of Texas all the way to the western part of Georgia, I'm not compatible. Some bad shit happened to me in previous lives there, and I'm just not compatible with those regions. Not the people, just the land itself. I can't live there. I can't live in that area. I don't even want to remember whatever it was that was done to me there. But it was too much. I don't like to even drive through there. If I can hop those two. I also don't like New Mexico and Arizona. So I'm just not compatible with the whole region down there. Right? So we're just gonna have to stay above that. Yes, yes. But take your power back. Don't let your triggers be left out in the open. Don't let your triggers be left out in the open. So part of safe pew pew handling, I'm gonna give you guys a little tip. If you are not familiar with how to safely handle your pew pew, first and foremost, when you pull it out of its case, its bag, you want to make sure that you don't have a mag in it, a magazine, and you want to slide it back and look in the chamber to make sure there's nothing loaded in that chamber. Then you're good. And then even when there's nothing in the chamber, no mag in, when you hold it, you're not sticking your little finger in there, not until it's playtime. You want to hold it with your fingers out. Out. Here's the little hole that you stick your finger in. You want to hold it like this, or like this if you want. It's up to you. Like this. That's how you do it. Okay? You got to know where that trigger is, and you don't keep your finger on the trigger. That includes your emotional triggers. That includes your mental triggers, social triggers. Yeah. You know what I taught myself? When I am dealing with someone who is either sociopathic, narcissistic, or just flat out predatory, there's some rules when it comes to energy. You have to ask people for permission. If you're going to be scanning them, assessing them, reading for them, you need to ask them for permission. Unless, of course, they seem to be violating your space. Rules of engagement. They violated the rules of engagement, right? They've engaged your energy. So now you have every right to go ahead and assess their energy. If you're going to approach me with some type of predatory conversation, you're trying to find my triggers. Even if you successfully trigger me, you won't know. Why? Because I won't show you. The beautiful thing about being Piscean is that we have a way of knowing what someone wants from us. We know. And we're very accommodating. We don't like to hurt feelings. So you trigger me, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Something happening? I don't know. Something feels off. Are you okay? Are you having a bad day? Do you want to talk? I'm not going to be like, bitch, what'd you say to me? Yeah, no. Mm-mm. I'm going to pretend like that went right over my head. And now I'm actively scanning you. What do you want from me? What type of reaction are you trying to get? You're trying to manipulate me into something. You don't have that kind of power here, Satan. You don't. So let me play along until I know what you want, and then I'll dismiss you. But you won't even know. You'll have no idea. That's how you take your power and you keep it. That is how you take your power and you keep it. Beautiful example of this, when I got into conflict with the hospital, my brother was in the hospital. I don't know if you guys remember that. I was live streaming. And they violated his patient rights. They violated his human rights. They violated my rights as his legal representative. I was his legal agent. I was on file as his power of attorney. They deprived him of the right to support patient advocacy, an ombudsman. They prevented me as his legal agent from entering the hospital. He had a right to have me present to explain to him his options and what they were forcing him to do. They violated all of that. They committed a medical tort, multiple medical torts. It was patient abuse. and they were trying to avoid addressing me. When one of you had reminded me it's shift change time, they're trying to change shifts so you can't talk to anyone and make any progress. And so I insisted the house soup come and talk to me. At which point, two of them came down to talk to me in a public lobby with other people. Not only did they speak to me violating HIPAA privacy laws, they spoke to me in a public setting regarding a very, very delicate matter. The house soup was trying to trigger me, speaking big and waving his hands and talking loudly. What he wanted to do was have me match his energy so they could forever eject me from the hospital. And all I said was, "I'm sorry, why are you speaking that way? I can hear you, I'm listening." He couldn't get shit out of me. And y'all know I was triggered as fuck. I was triggered as fuck. I was ready to fist fight people to get up into that room. But I was like, I know what they want. And because I kept my power, he had no other option but to match my energy. Because, motherfucker, you might think you're the alpha, but I'm a sigma. I don't give a shit what you are. You're going to match my energy because that is the only way I will accept you in my presence. And boy, oh boy, he was singing my praises for the next few days. I know he had an intention to try and get me arrested because security was waiting. They were waiting for me to match his energy so that they could arrest me. No, you committed multiple medical torts that day. They're so lucky my brother refused to allow me to seek legal representation. They're so lucky. All of it was documented because I accidentally didn't end the live stream. It was all documented. Saying Pisces is not as airheaded as we play to be. We're not. You take your power back, you do it intentionally, and you do it in the least confrontational way possible. When someone wants confrontation, you don't give it to them. What do? How do you fight the air? How do you fight the water? You can't. You waste your energy. And those two things still continue to exist. And you cannot push it away from you. You cannot do any of that. You either have to remove yourself from that environment, or you go with the flow of what that air or that water is doing. They can expend all the energy they want, but the moment you begin to match their energy, you've given them permission to be the leader of that situation. They are now leading that circumstance, and they will take you wherever it is they want to go. Be smart about it. Take your power back by not giving permission, not even passive permission, through participation in what they are trying to force you to do. Nope, nope, nope. No. Mm-mm. Nope. You don't even have to say that two-letter word. You just have to behave like the answer is no. That's it. That's it. Make a decision on what to do. And it's not always a cookie cutter thing where when someone wants to be confrontational with you, you have to take the passive role. No, one time I went to the gym by myself and I ended up going to Walmart to get more protein stuff. And this man, I didn't realize I had my phone on my wallet. I was holding it like this. I had no watch. And he asked me what time it was. And he asked me in a really aggressive manner, made me feel very uncomfortable. And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, "You got your phone?" And I was like, and I just walked away, and he tried to get loud with me and follow me down the aisle. I'm by myself. Like, really? I think anyone can pick me up. Now I'm about to get real fucking loud in the store. Absolutely. He was following me and he was trying to like speak to me really aggressive about the time, and I'm being rude, and I think he called me a bitch too. At which point I'm like, "What the fuck are you following me for? Stop fucking following me." He goes, "Oh my god, you're crazy." Yeah, I'm crazy. I don't give a shit. Right? And I just kept walking. I kept walking, because it's like, no, you're not going to keep me in a place where there's no one else there. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to call attention. I'm not going to expect anyone to save me. I'm willing to fight you, but I'm going to be loud. You're not going to victimize me in some random ass aisle by myself. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not being apologetic for you exerting boundaries. That's part of taking your power back. Giving yourself permission to be who you are, where you are in your journey. I came across something last night. I was looking for something. And then I started going through all of these different screenshots and whatnot that I have. And okay. I was having a full-on mental health crisis like a year ago. I think it was like a year ago. And I ended up developing combat level PTSD, right? It was a really fucked up situation of true, genuine potentiality for harm. And it was bad. It was bad. And so I was in a very bad space within myself. And I disappeared from the live streams for a bit. And then I tried to pop up to be fake and be like, "Hi guys, sorry, I've just been busy." And I couldn't fake it. I started crying. And so this person commented, "So tried to email you this song and major interference came in. Put down what you carrying" by Trevor Hall. "Emmy, I know who the fuck you are. Blu-ray, tap in. We need you." How about no, bitch? How about if you need something, go buy a fucking session? How about have some humanity and understand when a strong person needs a fucking break, you let them have that break. When it's the person who is consistently there for everyone and you see them falling apart, you don't tell them to buck the fuck up. You hold space. And if you can't find something empowering or comforting or compassionate to say, shut your fucking pie hole. That's what you do. You shut your fucking pie hole. Because as someone who doesn't show when I have struggles with mental health, and you're seeing me admitting I'm having a struggle with mental health, you don't fucking tell me that, hey, our community needs our readings. Fuck you, bitch. That's what you do. That's what you get. Fuck you, bitch. That's how you take your power back. Let yourself get mad when people violate your boundaries, when people try and gaslight you into thinking you're the problem. You are being inconvenient right now. Like, it's not fair that I have to wait for my readings. Did you buy those readings? It was only 2 people who decided to, be that way. And yeah, I'm going to share this on the screen because this this I'm going to share this. This is a public comment, so it was publicly commented. There's nothing wrong with me resharing it. Let me be a little bit petty right now. Let me just be a little bit petty right now, right? I'm going to show you guys this. It's important for you guys to witness this shit. Here. So let me make this larger so you guys. Why are you coming back to those silly 3D terms, depression, panic attack? You're just having ascending further. Leave this therapist. She's talking shit. Emmy, you are above all this. Above a human experience? Above an understandable human experience? Above experiencing a type of hardship that has caused me to feel fractured and dark and at risk of self-harm. So therefore, I needed to seek medical attention. It's just 3D. This is not spiritual. It's not spiritual. And then to pretend like you don't know why. I won't accept sessions. Stop the foolery. Stop the foolery. And Ocean was quick to respond. You know, I have a deep appreciation for that. I didn't ask her to do that. I didn't ask her to do that at all. She saw that and she's like, oh no, nope, no, that is not okay. And still being respectful in that, right? Like, no, no. Even in spiritual communities, you'll come across people who are, you know, going to cause you to believe that it's an issue for you to have a human experience as a human being and seek out the type of help that you need. If you need help, get the help you need. This is what I'm talking about when I say, you know, for some of us, we are too afraid to listen to the guidance we're being given, right? And then it's this thing of we hold off on it because why? We're waiting for someone to come forward to validate, to give us permission. There will always be those people who will think that their hateful behavior is the most loving thing. There's no other way to put that. That's hateful behavior. To write something like that is hateful behavior. It is. It's hateful. And I even after that, I didn't say shit. I had to instruct that individual. I didn't say a word. Pretended like it's all good. Thank you, Ocean, for saying something. I just took all that down. I was like, you know what? That was on me because, you know, I should have just left all of y'all hanging. I should have took the video down and not let anyone know what I'm going through because it's me and my shame that someone is using their key to unlock the deadbolt to a property I have exclusive rights to. I'm just being dramatic. When someone who is in a position of authority and has a key to your home and uses that key to unlock a deadbolt to access the property with no prior notice and no authorization from me, that's a fucking safety issue. And when I'm told as a woman that you drive past this property 10, 15 times a day because you live 10 minutes away, that's a fucking issue. And I had the appropriate reaction because everything about that was bad, wrong, fucked up. Ladies, when you feel unsafe, you feel unsafe. You are not being dramatic. And all these toxic ass little girls who are on social media taking these videos in the gym, trying to get clout because, oh, these feral men, work the fuck out at home. Because when women like me, who are actually being victimized, are now going to be shamed, no, nor am I going to shut up. That's how you take your power back. You allow yourself to see the validity of what you are experiencing. What are you experiencing? What are you afraid to take your power from? Every time I've had to speak out about what someone has done to me, it's not very often. It's not many people. I have had to in order to pull my power back to me. Your silence is the way you give it away. And the roar of your power does not have to be a scream. It could be a very civil, very neutral tone. It could be however you feel you need to express yourself. You need to listen to what your soul is telling you. You need to take your power back. You need to allow yourself to blossom in the ways you are meant to blossom. And you will not do that so long as you allow those who should have never had access to you to continue to hold space in your head. Letting them hold space in your head is letting them hold you hostage. Why do that? Someone wants to tell me they don't like me. Well, I don't give a shit. I don't. I don't. Maybe I should get a shirt that says Cap Moon bitches. Cap Venus bitches. You can't hurt my feelings if I don't care about you. And maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's part of what is depleting you the most. You're caring too much about the people you should not care about. People have opinions, right? Everyone has an opinion. What's that saying? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Some more than others. I'm saying. Some more than others. Just saying. um, yeah, let them have their opinions. Let them have their opinions. Stop dimming your shine. Stop holding on. Stop not walking in your truth. You have to. I don't want. We're just gonna leave those two cards for later. We'll leave it for last. Um, you have to find enough courage to be the beacon that you were designed to be. I think for many of us, part of the reason why we resonate and share this space as often as we do is because we are the beacons, and when we get very dim because we're super depleted, it helps us to reignite our light by being around other people who are filled with light, who have light as part of their purpose, right? We are the illuminaries of the world. We are here to illuminate. You don't need tremendous energetic or physical power to be a luminary. You don't. Because guess what? Even if your light is dim, when the darkest of night hits, that dim light is like a blazing inferno. It's powerful. It's powerful. So, what you need to do is really find the truth of your value. Even if you're a dying ember, that's how you feel. I mean, really, what is wind? Exhalation. It's like the world is exhaling, that's the wind. How do you use that exhalation? It's not just for respiratory function. Exhalation is a very necessary component of communication, verbalization. Have you ever tried to speak where you're inhaling at the same time? You ever watch that episode of SpongeBob? Have you ever tried to like that's fucking weird. Weird. Let's not be weird. You know what I'm saying? Natural communication is an exhalation. It's you breathing out. It is you releasing, allowing for the release of what you've held inside. And so the winds of change are the very thing that will reignite that ember. All you have to do is speak, and you will have the necessary wind to begin that reignition of your fire. Have you guys seen that SpongeBob episode? I don't know. I told my kids they can't watch SpongeBob anymore. Well, I told one. Well, no, I told my husband. I told my husband, SpongeBob is gross. I've never liked him. I've never liked him. I've never liked him. And then some conspiracy stuff came out about SpongeBob is quite possibly. I'm just gonna fuck it up for all of y'all. SpongeBob is supposedly a cartoon about an island that we don't want to talk about. I'm saying. And then suddenly it all makes sense. It all makes sense. I was just like, SpongeBob is gross. I don't like him. I don't. I think he's obnoxious. I think he needs to grow the fuck up. How old are you, Spongy? How old are you? He's still doing weird shit. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Okay, stop. Okay, galactic assistance in reverse. Woo. Yeah, I'm not feeling aliens right now. I'm telling y'all. There is a lot of stuff that's going on pertaining to galactic things that I'm not interested. I'm not interested. It just doesn't interest me. So galactic assistance in reverse. That kind of gives me this feeling of you're needing to deal with human stuff. It's not necessarily soul based. It is in a way. It's primarily, if it's a soul based thing, it's being expressed and experienced in a very visceral, very tangible human way. So you're going to have to deal with a human portion first before you can apply what you've learned towards the spiritual portion. Okay. For a lot of lessons, especially pertaining to the taking back of your power, a lot of what needs to happen is addressing the human aspects first before you can apply any of that learning to the soul-based aspects, the soul learning, the soul connections. Ooh. Ooh, here's the thing. This popped in my head. So Matthew says, I've been evicting someone from my headspace. Courage is needed to face when I find myself letting them hide in corners of thought, like removing cancer completely. Sometimes it is aggravating to go back and clean more out. Well, when you're talking about cancer typically will be self-contained until something breaks the membrane and it's released and it's free flowing and allowed to spread. I can never say the word. But that's the thing. If you are not yet ready to address that, you're not going to just take little snippets of this tumor and keep going back in for some invasive surgery to take more snippets and more snippets. What you need to do is make sure that you have the proper tools, you have the proper awareness to take care of this in one fell swoop. Right? So that's part of what taking your power back is as well, where it's this thing of, you want to make sure that you're not giving it opportunity to spread through your life. Like if I have a problem with Joe, it's going to be a problem with Joe. I'm not going to not address Joe and talk to Schmo and Bo. And now Joe, Schmo, Bo is an issue because now they're talking to Joe, who's then talking to, no. I swear I don't get enough gratitude for my Cap Moon, because if I have an issue with you, I'm going to address you directly. Now, I'm not going to be like talking to everybody. No. I'm going to address you head on. And I don't like confrontation. I don't. But I will excise you like a surgeon and send you to the incinerator, you biohazard. Yeah. So you got to be careful about the way you approach this. If you're not yet ready, you're not yet ready. Why would you force yourself to entangle your space with someone who likes that? They want that in. That's a way to manipulate you into engagement. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. That is a lesser consciousness. Never allow a lesser consciousness to subjugate yours. Never. Never allow that. Never agree to it, not even passively. Rebirth of magic. So something is trying to come forward. Something is trying to be, be brought out of you. So that way it can correct your upside down abundance. Now, there's a reason. If you look at, let me get you guys the link. If you look at the description for the Abundance Amplifier event, there's an option for additional energetic work, right? It's not just the dilation of the pathways. Oftentimes, your abundance is blocked because of the pain you experience emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically. Those type of things will create resistance, which then leads to blockage. So what do you need to do? You need to have all the tools. You need to be aware of the appropriate process. You need to enact the appropriate protocols to be successful in what you are attempting to accomplish. Right? If you want to succeed in what you are trying to do, you need to learn how to do it efficiently, accurately, with efficacy. For example, I don't know. I've taught myself everything I know. So I started making selenite swords, and I didn't know much about lapidary stuff. So I taught myself how to do lapidary work. I mean, that's common sense to me. If you don't know how to do it, you figure out how to do it. Well, it turns out that's a trauma response because I didn't have anyone to rely on. So I had to learn how to do it myself for everything. That's why sometimes if people ask me to show them how to do something so much, like too much, like, I don't know, 15, 20 times, like, why can't you figure this out? I'll get irritated. Because it's like, if I had to figure it out by myself, why can't you figure it out? Who the hell showed me? I'm already showing you and you're not even listening. You know what I mean? That will piss me the fuck off. If you're asking me to show you how to do something, I mean, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help someone learn. I love to teach. But if you're not learning it because you're not paying attention, why are you wasting my fucking time? If you don't want to learn it, don't learn it. Quit wasting my time. Quit asking me how to do something. I already told you 10, 15 times how to do it, like literally 10, 15 times. That will piss me off. If you have a learning disability, that's different. If I see you're putting so much effort, but it's just not sinking in, that's different. That is different. But if you're just like, where the fuck are you looking? I'm showing you, right? That pisses me off because it's like a disrespect of me and my time. Yeah, lapidary work, stonework. I know how to polish stones. So, like that. And when the swords began doing really, really well, and there were people who were trying, can you believe that shit? Only me. Only me. People started creating knockoff Emmy swords. Like literally tried to copy my whole design. So what did I do? I learned about intellectual property laws, IP law. I taught myself about it. And then you know what I did? I patented it. A design patent. Multiple patents. Go ahead and do the knockoff. It's federally registered. You're going to be in trouble, right? Let yourself learn. Let yourself have all of the information you need to be able to accomplish what you are trying to accomplish. Okay? Let yourself do that. And, there's going to be people who will be present in this cycle of learning that you're in, and their job is to cause your process to be expedited, for you to learn expeditiously, right? So, using the example of my swords, I had someone who had a fairly considerable social media reach, encouraging people to do it and telling them like, no, there's no way she could have patented it. That takes like 18 months. I taught myself about IP law because I was going to try to do it myself. When I learned enough about it, I learned it's much more efficient to hire a lawyer to expedite it. I had that patent, I think, in like 6 weeks. So rather than wasting my time, the next time I had an auction, all I did was post my US patent serial numbers and pending patent numbers. That's a public announcement. There's now public awareness of the existence of a patent. And if you violate my intellectual property rights, you are violating federal law. Your girl's not fucking dumb. Because if you want to go to war, don't arm yourself like you're preparing for a simple battle. When you tell me you want a war, that's what we will have. A full-on war. This is not going to be rock throwing on my end. It's going to be a full-on, flat-out fucking war. Because I say what I mean and I mean what I say. So when you tell me these things, I take it at face value. Not going to waste my time. Not going to waste my time. When people waste your time, they are draining your power. That's still you giving it away. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. So there's nothing that you need to invoke the highest levels of protection for. You need to kind of just sit in a moment of quiet and allow yourself to assess, like, what do I really need to do here? Because not everything needs to be a full-on war, right? Not everything. Not everything has to be a full-on war. There are some things where you don't have any options. You have to do what you have to do. My stalker, no options. I have to do what I have to do. That's that. That is just that. There's no like, oh, let me just, maybe he'll stop after this long or that. No, there's no options. It is what it is, and it needs to be done, right? It needs to be finished. So you have to assess, what do you need to do? Do you have the luxury of teaching yourself, or do you need to have someone who has already learned and has earned an expertise in that topic, that industry, whatever it is? What is it? So I've successfully been able to file multiple trademarks. Yay! Did it myself. Was approved by the trademark office. Again, intellectual property. And then when it came to a specific trademark that was necessary for a very important function, and I couldn't figure out the proper wording, the proper categorization, it got rejected by the USPTO. I had to hire a lawyer. But you best believe I requested the transcripts of the communications they had with the USPTO, because I want to know what the appropriate categorization is in case I ever need to utilize that information later on. So I'm paying you twice for one cost. I'm paying you once for two purposes. That's a better way. I'm paying you once for two purposes: to push my trademark through and to teach me how to do it myself later. Everything in your life needs to have more than one purpose. When life challenges you to push back, to force yourself to find the courage to pull your power back to you, it has to have an additional purpose. And what is that? Oftentimes, when you have to go through these type of cycles, you're also being placed in a position to learn how to not repeat that cycle. How to not repeat that cycle. You know what's more powerful than learning a solution for something? Learning how to prevent it the first time around. Not repeating it, not having a second, third, or fourth time. That's how. That is way more powerful than finding a solution. The solution is necessary to address the circumstance at hand. That same solution might not work for a very similar circumstance down the road. It might not work. So that solution is really for that one particular circumstance. And then, of course, it could potentially help you find another solution for a similar circumstance. What's the most powerful thing? To learn the causation that you chose that led to the effect you are now suffering to solve. And once you learn that, theoretically, you won't choose that same causation again. Once you learn that putting your hand on a hot stove is going to burn your hand severely, theoretically, you're not going to put your hand on that stove again. Unless, of course, you think you're that special that it won't burn you as again. I'm pretty sure it will. I'm pretty sure it will. So learn how to not repeat the cycles. For many of us, we don't overcome things until we learn the ways in which we initiated the cycle to begin with. There's something that's being hidden from you, or something that you're hiding from yourself. And once you allow that to come forward, you'll enter into a space of self-healing. This is a very powerful thing. Notice how the Arcturian activation card, which helps to activate your self-healing, it has what looks like an eyeball, right? Yeah, it's about facing, it's about viewing yourself in your reality with no distortions, no gaslighting yourself, no none of that, right? There's a shift that's occurring. K33CP, all those that have successfully certified, cycles 1 through 3. Charge up your fields. Take it to mid-horn. There is someone attempting to access your fields. Disney Parade, if you're here, you're the primary focus. Might be time to show a motherfucker how strong you are. It takes a certain kind of weak person to attempt things hidden away. And you think you can hide behind a screen. My students are just as powerful as me. I teach them thoroughly. You can ask any of them. They're highly capable of self-defense. To that individual, it's in your best interest to not fuck with Disney Parade. You're going to catch the thorns. I don't feel bad for you either. So K33CP, you're going to feel a warmth. Archai is entering into the space. For those of you who are sensitive to energy, my energetic counterpart someone's just triggered a twin ray response. Part of me wants to watch what happens. I already know what's going to happen. He's going to kick your ass. And if that's what you want, that's what you should get. For those of you who are sensitive to energy, you might feel a lot of heat in your back, low back going up. It's making me sleepy. So there are things that are happening that are trying to keep you from returning to your royal space within yourself. Don't let it distract you. Don't let it distract you. Don't let it be something that it's making my scalp tingle. It's tickling my whole scalp. Don't let it be something that causes you to feel as though causes you to feel as though you need to stop what you're doing and pay all your attention towards something that's just really, it's nonsensical for you, right? You have to allow yourself to use discernment about what should have your attention and what should not. what is worth your time and what is not. This is a case of someone trying to get attention. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. You're irrelevant. It's not going to bother me if you try and do something to my students. They can all fuck your ass up. As a matter of fact, to my students who are here, someone's just volunteered to let you test your abilities. If you feel them access your field, you do what you need to do. And if at any point you feel unsure, or you would just like to feel my presence to reassure you as you defend yourself, by all means, whisper Emmy in your head. Energy is there. But just know Arkai is here too. So, self-acceptance, really allowing yourself to accept the ways in which your life is teaching you about how powerful you are, about how capable you are, about how much power you have over every single circumstance you experience, right? So anyone can walk into your space and totally be like, I'm going to make you pay attention to me. No, you're not. You're fucking irrelevant. I'm going to make you feel this and that. No, you're not. No, you're not. And then what? Not a damn thing. That's why, not a damn thing. This is how you stay in your place of power. You decide how you're going to feel about what someone is doing, what someone is attempting. You decide all of this, you guys. Someone was not very logical. They're like, oh, I'm going to piss her off. I'm going to fuck with her students. Y'all, by the midpoint of a certification cycle, my students are already more powerful than any Reiki master of anything. They're not even certified yet. By the time they're certified for level 1, I mean, your girl is an overachiever. You know that, right? And so the depth that I teach my students, it's at a level that is acceptable to me. Anything less than what I would hold as a standard for myself, that's unacceptable. As an instructor, that's unacceptable to me. Mm-mm. If I feel like you can't hold your space, that's unacceptable. Try kitty claw. Kitty claw. Kitty claw. Try kitty claw. I'm saying, because, you know, you're going to get so fucked up. I'm saying that's, you know what? Let me be mature right now. Don't try kitty claw. Can you guys feel that energy right now? I can feel it, girl. Boo, stop. It tickles. I can feel it just charging. That's good shit. That's some good shit. As a matter of fact, Kitty Claw, do me this huge favor. Do me this huge favor. Please say yes. Please say yes. Please run non-specific induction through this space so everyone can just, without entering anyone's auric field, please just do a quick clearing, non-specific induction, assert some dominance in this space, please. You guys just breathe very deep, very slow. Kitty Claw is going to be running shit real quick. I'm just saying. There, she's going to start. So while she's doing that, I can already feel it, like my face. It just feels just so soothing and happy and calm. It's amazing. Can you guys feel that? I'm not running no kind of energy. I'm enjoying. It's good shit. Oh my God. Mm. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. That's good. She's being gentle too. I can feel it. Mm. Girl, crank it up just a little bit more. Mm. So people are saying, here, let's see, vibrating. Lexi said, oh my God, right? So tingling, my crown on fire, up my back, unwinding my muscles. I may float. Forehead is tingly and feeling waves as well. I can feel and see the light spark. Yeah, if you guys are feeling it, she's not entering into anyone's field. This is non-specific induction. This is level 1. This is level 1, you guys. Like, ooh, girl. You can run a cycle of sedation, pulse wave, high and low. So, bitonal, like that. Pulse wave all the way through. That feels hella good. Let me just say that. That feels hella good. That feels hella good. Awaken, allowing yourself to become aware of the different potentialities that are being laid before you. And the things that are being laid before you, it's stuff that is wanting and needing to change, but you've been hesitant to change, right? This, look. Kitty Claw, you're even soothing Matthew. Matthew's always like stressed out. Isn't that right? I'm not trying to talk shit, but he's going through a lot. He's going through a lot, and you're helping his headspace to feel calm. Maria's gut is jumping, is dancing for you. See? I'm telling you guys, it's amazing stuff. Worlds within worlds and mirrored souls. Okay. So there's someone who's a mirrored soul of yours, and you are, it's basically like they're so fixated on you. You are like the entirety of what they're focused on. It's you. Look, it's a wave of calm. That was good. That was good. Maybe maybe my students can come up and we'll have a live stream where they do expedites for people, and we'll raise some funds for Soulwork Synergistic, our church. We'll plan that out. I'll reach out to you guys. Let's that was so good, Kitty Claw. Oh my god. I feel like such a proud mama bear right now. Good job, girl. Good job. All right. So, all right. Card number 43, lunar eclipse change. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Ooh. The sun, the moon, and the truth. Okay. A lunar eclipse takes place when the earth is directly aligned between the sun and the moon. The earth blocks out the sun's light. Eclipses can bring on times which seem shadowy and disordered, but they're not necessarily bad and should not be viewed as such. So, this cycle that you're in is something that's going to seem very chaotic. It's going to seem very just but hang in there. It's for your greatest good. You're going to learn some really tremendous things about yourself. We are meant to be thrown off balance to make necessary changes. It's a time of seeing the light and focusing on something you've either put off or didn't exactly notice was coming up. So you're going to be experiencing some things that you might want to rush through. You don't necessarily have to rush through it. You probably shouldn't rush through it. You probably should take your time and allow yourself to really be fully present as you learn the things you're needing to learn. When this card presents itself in a reading, dramatic changes are in store. Sudden change or such changes will likely be unexpected ones, the kind that might seem hard or will take some special effort on your part. These will not be gradual, easy, barely noticed transformations. Your world may be rattled somewhat. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Okay. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for you to really just allow the change. I think for some, this is going to be the type of change that's going to make you feel like you're going to lose your shit. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's going to happen for you and you're going to get through it and you're going to learn a lot and you're going to realize how capable you are, how much more you can handle than you think. Do not be alarmed. It will seem like a revolution. Do not be alarmed, however, because this is altering your life in an essential manner and getting you where you need to be. We're all here to share our gifts and lead others to theirs. It's never an easy path. Okay, the ending or beginning of a transformative relationship, a change in life's path or job, a change in where you live, whatever it may be, it will be abrupt. So it's something where it's going to be like boom, boom, boom. There, you got it. Do. Do. Yeah. Okay. You gotta let yourself still make those moves even when you're feeling scared. You know? Even when you're being scared, even when you're being challenged, even when there's so much fear you think you can't make any moves, make those moves anyways. Allow yourself to really be cognitive of where your thoughts take you and how you react physically to those thoughts. It's going to be, you can't avoid this. Whatever the issue, it's been brewing for a while and things are about to bubble over. Okay. The lunar eclipses herald times of a new way of looking at things. That is why they can even bring on changes in eyeglass or contact lens prescriptions. The moon also has a connection to the brain. Thus, you may find yourself more in tune with unseen energies or experience moments of revelation, right? All right. This card indicates cycles, and whatever seems lost at this time, you can be assured will return to you, perhaps in a different form, but most certainly better. Oh, Lord. Um, hmm. So I'm wondering if this is an indication that someone, it's okay. So look at this image, right? It's kind of like two people sitting at a table. Those are their arms, right? They're like sitting at a table facing each other. I don't know. I think you're going to have to sit across the table from someone, something that maybe you've wanted to avoid, and you're not going to be able to avoid it. Okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a challenging thing, but not necessarily a bad thing. Card number 14, Taurus, I have, there are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see. You're about to grow something from which there will be beauty and abundance. So it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Yes. It's going to happen. I don't know what, but it's like this certainty. Taurus, not all Taurus, but sometimes I notice that Taurus energy can be very like stubborn. Once it commits to something, it's committed to that. It's going to see it through. It's like you see a bull preparing to gore something, right? Then it's going to keep going. It's unless you can distract it. But I don't think whatever this is, it's not going to be something you can distract. It feels like when I hyperfixate, and when I get into that space of hyperfixation, I cannot stop until I do what I want. So I taught myself how to sew years ago. I taught myself how to use a sewing machine and sew. And when I was teaching myself how to sew, I couldn't do a small project. I had to go ahead and use raw fabric and create. For my very first project, I created a template that I used to make an L-shaped sectional couch cover. And it was so hard. But I couldn't stop. I had to figure it out. And eventually I did. Eventually, it took me like 3 days of not sleeping. I literally didn't sleep at all for 3 days. I could not. My brain wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. That's what this feels like. Someone is just so hyper fixated on you, like a hyper fixation. I don't know. Let's see what else the card says. Okay, you may connect with a paramour who wishes to take care of you, or vice versa. The desire for comfort and relaxation will be part of this relationship. So, okay. Taurus people take their time with feet firmly planted on the ground. They must be certain about everything before choosing what comes next. The world of Taurus is the world of the senses, and very sumptuous they are. They are fond of lovely things and place great value on money. So that's coming into play, okay? Whoever this is, whatever this is, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone fixated on you. It's a hyperfixation. It feels like a neurodivergent level of hyperfixation, like maybe bordering on the verge of clinical ADHD. Like you are literally all there is to think about. Like hyperfixation to the degree where like they look at your face, they're not just looking at your face in its totality. They're looking at your eyebrows, the arch of your brow, this brow bone, your zygomatic arch. They're looking at the way, your face curves in here, your jawline. They're looking at the way your lips. Okay. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. None of y'all motherfuckers better be looking at me like that. Like that. Y'all, don't fucking be weird with me, for real. I won't live stream for a while. You can fucking weird me out. I won't live stream for a while. I'll just be like, fuck that. There's weird shit going on. People are staring at me. Don't fucking be weird with me, yo. That's the kind of shit that makes me really weirded out. Okay. Making my hair frizz. Okay. So let's just. Card number 12, Black Moon Lilith. You guys are making me blush. Stop. Stop. Don't be weird. Don't do weird shit like that. I'm skittish. I'm skittish. Stop. In revenge and in love, woman is more barbaric than man is. It's time to be careful. Think of what might manifest over your anger, bitterness, or revenge. What you've worked so hard for may collapse. Astrologically, Black Moon Lilith represents soul expansion and cosmological awareness, the force and aloneness in the path of the individual. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Lilith is a feminine force of command and strength. She represents the powers we hold in secret, right? When this card turns up during a reading, something lurks. Lilith appears as a dark part of the astrological chart. She's our shadow side, the dark face of the moon, where mysteries and unexplained occurrences lie in wait. Is Lilith always a bad omen? Well, it depends. What's she want with you? Did you do something for her to begrudge you? Something to do with her children? She's a demonic mother. So if you messed with her children, she probably has a chip on her shoulder. And if she has a chip on her shoulder directed at you, that's definitely a bad omen. That's definitely a bad omen. However, she's also one who, when balanced, it can be an energy that will help to fortify a destabilized feminine force. So we have both the masculine and the feminine, right? I partially wonder, Matthew, if you are existing in the fractionated feminine aspect of yourself, not because you're feminine, but because of what you're currently going through, which I don't really know the details of what you're going through, but that feels accurate. Like you're going through something that's causing you to enter into your feminine aspects, not behave in a feminine way, but the feminine aspects, a matriarchal part of you. And in that sense, her coming to you or her serving as an omen is about your ability to tap into your shadow aspects. And your shadow aspects are where you hide your greatest powers. So, I would say for you, unless there's a sexual component to it, Lilith is not coming to you as a bad omen for you personally, Matthew. Anytime there's a sexual aspect to the Lilith essence, you're about to get fucked up. She's using her feminine charms to distract you. She's gonna fuck your ass up. She has malignant intentions. And that's what I've seen. Whenever the Lilith essence carries with it, aspects of romance, sexuality, like hypersexualization, things like that. She's in a manipulation cycle. She will find whatever point of exploitation she can find in your field. You will not see that shit coming, and she will fuck your life up in a way you thought it could never happen. She's badass like that. Pain in the ass, but badass. Again, all things have a light and a dark aspect, so it depends which side is approaching you. What's the intention? It all depends on that. There's no like definitive, this being is pure evil. Like, no, everything has both aspects. Let's see. Lilith is a subdued. Okay. There may be a tendency to isolate and focus on feelings of revenge. She can manifest as madness or self-realization. Lilith represents a refusal to submit. So it's not a good time to give in, even when the path seems a rough one. I think that's a personal message for you, Matthew. There may be a tendency to isolate and focus on feelings of revenge. The hallmark of Black Moon Lilith energy is muteness and aloneness. Lilith is a subdued power and complicated magnetism. Lilith remains awake while the rest of the world is asleep. She is the dark thoughts that enter our consciousness just before we fall asleep. Oftentimes, the dark thoughts that enter your consciousness, if they are truly your own, they are the most powerful thoughts, because those are the thoughts that are not distorted by your disbelief in yourself. So, absolutely. When it comes to Lilith, elevations and discernment is necessary. That's not optional. Elevations and discernment. And ladies, if you think you're going to invoke Lilith so that you could be a badass warrior queen, if you don't already have that in you, she will not bring it out of you. She will use you. She will use you and inject you with toxicity and turn you into a black widow. You will destroy the most beautiful aspects of yourself by the drinking of your own poison. Do not invoke what you do not understand. She will test you in ways you don't even realize are tests. Anything you fail, she will claim within your field. You have to be solid within yourself. And any malignancies you think you will be able to accomplish with her assistance, I promise you, she will amplify that 1,000-fold and do it to you as well. So she can represent an angry mother, an enemy, or an embittered woman, or even a stalker or a scorned woman. You have a feeling you are waiting for something to happen, but you don't have the entire information. So the facts are hidden or mysterious. Something stalks, you feel it. But Lilith is sharp. She knows, she senses, she processes what is there. Because Lilith feels slighted, she can represent a formidable foe or a dangerous enemy. Through Lilith, we discover creativity and the beauty that can exist in the darkness as long as we keep our own demons in check and under our rule. So listen to that. Through Lilith, we can discover creativity and the beauty that can exist in the darkness as long as we keep our own demons in check and under our rule, right? So just got to be careful. Don't invoke things you do not understand. And reading something on Pinterest or watching a TikTok or a freaking post on Facebook does not suddenly mean you understand. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It requires a tremendous wealth of knowledge that goes beyond that simple subject matter that you're fascinated by, because it's interdisciplinary. All of these things, they intersect and they become a very dynamic flow of consciousness. And if you don't understand how that flow works, if you are operating in a bitonal manner and you're approaching something that's tritonal, You're going to get knocked over, trampled, and then tilled. You know how they till the land? Yeah. These are very, very, very complex beings. Grimoires are not enough to understand them. All right. Ooh. I don't know why I said ooh. I don't know what the card means. Ooh. I like the pictures. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Card number 40. Card number 40. Excuse me. Blessing of Al Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion, bewilderment is vision. Ooh. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of Al Hakim, gurgles up from your heart. Her blessing is evoked by life, like the laughter of a babe joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially of that where logic is blinded. Mm-hmm. You know what wisdom is? Knowledge applied. How I revere the blessing of Al Hakim, of wisdom, for she's precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. I wonder if that's why someone is so fixated on you, because something about you, your perception, your wisdom, your ability to apply that wisdom, your ability to transfer your wisdom upon someone else's circumstance. Ooh, you are someone's peace. What? Someone's obsessed with you. Blessing of divine wisdom of Al Hakim is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It's a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. Ooh, shit. Let me read that again. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. As you receive this gift, this blessing, which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is soothed, and you're able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity and its expression of itself as life. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is a giving up of your need to always be. Wait, you become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is the giving up of your need to always understand. From this place of increasing stillness, great activities still flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand, and truly great contributions to the human soul evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, even while so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before, and in other ways, completely unknown to you. A discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us a sane capacity to work with opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. Ooh, the ineffable timing of life itself. 15, 10, 1, 59, 57, 59, 7. What, bitches? Sorry. That's a message. What? Sorry. Going back to what I was saying. That was intense. Okay. Um So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you. And yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, while still so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some ways your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion is clearer than ever before, and in other ways completely unknown to you. A discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the same capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you're uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. Like, just take the time to be at peace in this moment. Like, really take a moment, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. Perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance to your heart knowing. Oh my gosh. So, someone was trying to intellectualize the way to approach a soul matter. And this whole time, their heart has been receiving the messages of soul, but they, using their logic, have been unable to interpret, integrate these messages. Your heart knows. It knows exactly what it needs to know. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within, in any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn becomes a yoke because that is its innate destiny. Oh my gosh. There is a love developing within an acorn of a thought. And once that hits the ground, is broken open, and someone is in the process of being broken open, this acorn eventually becomes the tree that is your love. I have this thing that, the way I approach, the way I develop love with other people, especially with my husband, it was never my goal to fall in love with him. It was definitely my intention and my desire to grow in love, to grow in maturity. And as time passes, the roots go as deep as the branches reach high. And knowing that whatever it is we're growing together, it is something that can withstand all the natural elements, all the natural disasters that are to come. And it's something that can provide me with the material that is necessary to build the sanctuary that I need. That from that one acorn carries with it the potentiality to address everything I could possibly ever need in this life. All because I choose to grow in love rather than fall into it. Right? So this acorn, oh my gosh. Oak is a hardwood, isn't it? It's a gorgeous wood. Gorgeous. I want to build furniture again. It's just ridiculous. This is bullshit. Sorry. This is bullshit that I haven't been able to build anything for a couple years now. I think it's bullshit. It's not fair. I want my power tools. I want to build shit. I want raw lumber. I want to build shit, big shit, not little shit. I don't want to build little shit. I want to build big ass furniture. I want to do built-ins. I want to do built-ins, and I want to put drywall. I don't know where. If my life would just stop fucking forcing me to move all the time. I want to stay in one place so I can build big shit. Okay, anyways. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happens without any active participation apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it is with the precious blooming now happening within your soul. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely, all through knowing less. This oracle also comes with special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The old wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. Surrender is required. Surrender to the process. Surrender to that innate destiny that's been predetermined for you by you. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness and soul inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. It's time for you to enter into the space you were created to occupy, the space of the quantum anomaly, pressure injected into a linear world. You are not to conform. That's not what you were made to do. You were made as a system buster. You were made with purpose, with a divine destiny that we probably can't understand until after we've completed whatever it is. Those bastards. Oh, my husband. We are not looking at any more properties. No, we are not going back to Sundowner Town. Fuck that. I'm good. I'm good. I know where I'm not wanted. I usually don't have a problem. People don't like me. That's fine. I stay inside the house anyways. That town, I'm good. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that. No, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Okay, guys. I hope you join me tomorrow. I'm going to be doing expedites. If you would like to have me paint your aura, let a girl know. Just let a girl know. You're probably like, how are you going to paint my aura? Well, I have telesthesia. I I have telesthesia. It's an ability, and I can see it and paint it. What's so hard to believe about that? Yeah, if you've ever been to any of my auric painting expedites, it's fun. It's very therapeutic for me personally. I tend to not talk much, which if you think I talk too much, perfect. Join me then, asshole. Okay, we both be happy. But I paint it live, and I go ahead and I scan your field and I paint what I see, and then I send you the painting. I explain to you what the fuck I painted. I'm just extra today. I'm extra. My husband got me some tea today. He got me a chai tea latte. So I'm being extra. You guys, I will see y'all tomorrow. Even if you don't want your aura painted, just come. Just come. Just come. Okay. And it doesn't even matter if you want to be here or not. Just come. Oh, let me not be that way. I'm just joking. Um, I don't know if I have, I do galactic paintings as well, where I can paint, what you look like in a previous life. I've done that. There's been some interesting types of things come out in those paintings. They're not abstract. Like I actually try and paint how you looked in that previous life. Um, that is galactic genealogy. I don't know if I have that available on my website. Let me check. If that's something that you would like. Okay, hold on. Galactic genie. Yeah, I do actually. I have it. It's on my website. It is. It is. And that I painted on a canvas. It's an actual canvas painting. It's not on paper. And then I mail it to you and you can frame it if you want. A lot of people have actually kept their paintings framed. I'm like, really? I don't know. I don't know. I don't It's hard for me to take the things I do seriously. So I'm like, really? You you framed it? Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I'm kind of like a novice. Is that even a novice? Hold on. And a person new to or inexperienced in a field or yes, I am a novice painter, and you know, you know, it's just one of them things. If you'd like me to paint your aura, if you'd like galactic genealogy, the galactic genealogy link is here. I'll put it on the screen. It's on the website. Oh, Lindsay is so on point. There, galactic genealogy paintings. And that one, it takes me a little bit because I paint in a trance state if I'm doing that, because not only am I viewing your life, it's intense for me. I'm reliving certain aspects of that lifetime in the galactic genealogy painting that I do for you. And then on top of that, I'm downloading all of this light code that I'm also including in it. And then on top of that, some of my paints, I've mixed it because remember, I do lapidary work. Your girl just does everything. I do lapidary work and I save the powder from my crystals. I save it. And so, with all of that, some of my paints are mixed with that. And so, your entire galactic genealogy painting, I can actually program it the way I program a sword or a crystal. And so, it can be programmed with the light codes that your higher self is providing me to do multiple activations on you. And that's yours to keep. Like, that doesn't expire or anything like that. The crystals are in there. I know, right? Because your girl can never do anything basic. Because I'd be like, well, but it's paint. You want me to program the micas, the pigments? And Michael's like, no, it requires selenite, gypsum. And I was like, gypsum? Your powders. Yes. So I use my Emmy powders. That's selenite powders extending all the way back to 2017. I have bags upon bags upon bags of selenite powder. It's ridiculous. The level of my hoarding is ridiculous. So, you guys go have fun. Go do your thing. Oh, tomorrow's a Super Bowl. I don't know. Okay. You guys have an amazing rest of your night. Have an amazing weekend. If you're going to watch a Super Bowl, please, drink some holy water afterwards. Just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways, have fun. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Don't forget, I do have that event on the 19th, the Abundance Amplifier event. That's not going to be here on Facebook or on YouTube or Facebook or any public platform. It is a private event that I'm going to have on my Emmy Evolving website. It's an exclusive event. If you want to be part of that, go check it out. I put the link on the screen. Y'all, okay, this notification just came through. This could be the cash boost you need. That's what it says. This could be the cash boost you need. With the state of the economy, everyone could use a little help financially. That's why we're sharing this service. What the fuck? Yes, it's an abundance amplifier event. Woo! I'm sick and tired of this matrix we live in. I want you to have tremendous levels of wealth. I have every intention of doing whatever I can during this event to dilate your abundance pathways to the utmost degree and attract your abundance right back to you. I don't want to be the only one that succeeds. I want all of us to be successful and comfortable and wealthy. I mean that. So that's my intention for that event. That's my intention. And with that email coming in, it seems like everything is in alignment. So whoever's going to be there is going to be there. If you want to be there, go check it out. There's 2 options. Check out the listing and yeah, pick whatever you're drawn to. I will be live tomorrow, 4 something p.m. Pacific Standard Time, doing aura paintings. You should get your aura painting ordered ASAP so that you're not all the way at the end of the line tomorrow. I'm just saying, if you want to be early on, you got to start early on. I love you guys. I'll see you again soon. Give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. See you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.